Okay, so what you can see here, of course, is that there are it's complicated because System Ali very self-consciously, very deliberately see themselves as an Israeli group and never shy away from that. They sing or they perform continuously in 4 languages: Arabic, Hebrew, Arabic, Russian and English. And of course what it means is that you're not different to anybody else for watching, which is that it's guaranteed that in most cases everybody doesn't understand 75% of what's going on, but they do understand the other 25%, and they're not all saying the same thing. So System Ali is this kind of clearly very postmodern but intriguing expression of a very extreme relationship with language. There is in the written text that accompanies this a series of pieces, one from one of the Russian performers, one of the Arabic performers and one of the Hebrew performers, a few words in which they kind of grapple with some of these topics. Take a look at them and, you know, add that into the conversation. These are the texts that we're using to expand our discussion about culture, particularly the questions which I've given you, which is to ask what role language does play in the Israeli cultural experience. Can you really connect with Israel? Can we engage with an Israel when it's always being translated? Can we translate with it? Can we engage with an Israel where it's basically in the linguistic form that makes sense to us, but one which doesn't really resonate for everybody else? If we consider Arabic as the other recognized language and Russian as the next most highly spoken language, does that affect, you know, that comes closer to the Israeli experience. When you heard the English, did that sound off or in? How do you kind of relate to that? And obviously all the pieces are there to design, to illustrate the ongoing and you could argue maybe energizing part of the Israeli cultural conversation. It's about national construction, but it's also about national reconstruction. Hebrew is being reconstructed, but the other languages are part of the building of that edifice. So how do we join on? If that's one of the great challenges of the emergence of the modern state of Israel, how do we join on to the task of construction if we only have a small part of the linguistic jigsaw?